Well, could your holiday light display win $50,000? One man, formerly from this area, is hoping his display will do just that. Michael Richards was born and raised in Sugarloaf, Pennsylvania. He now lives in Riverview, Florida, but his mother and other family members still reside in this area. He and his next-door neighbor will be one of 4 featured teams tonight on ABC's The Great Christmas Light Fight. We talked with Michael via Skype today and about his love of lights and how he became a contestant on tonight's show.
I started decorating my house when I was a kid up in Sugarloaf, Pennsylvania, my mom and dad's house. I was always putting lights up when I was about 13 years old. My mom came home one night from school or work, and she said, "What are you doing on the roof?" And I was putting lights up, and so it was always a tradition in Turkey Path, and I just loved it ever since as a kid. And I always had a passion that one day I would get my own house. So for a while, it was college. I moved around and had townhouses and things, but when I moved to Florida, I finally had my first house and just got super excited to start decorating it. And since I have a passion for lighting and DJing and music, I decided to do a synchronized light show, a little different, and add music to the show. And that's been really, really good. And I moved down in 13, and every year I just built up more and more. And just seeing the community, and we have so many people. There's 100 people sometime per night outside of my house just enjoying it. Just nice to see, be able to touch community. And I just enjoy doing lights. Well, becoming part of the TV show, what I was doing was, like last year, I have a lot of family still in Pennsylvania, and most of my family, actually all my family's up that way, and a lot of friends from college in different states up north. And so what I was doing is every night I would put a different video of a light show on YouTube on my webpage for my business to help promote the business, and for my friends and family who couldn't actually see it to watch. And one night I got a text message back from one of the producers of the show. And I thought at first somebody was just messing around with me. I'm like, what? And I called him back, and he said, "Hey, I'm director of ABC Light Fight, and I want to talk to you. Where's your house? It's amazing." And during our conversation, I was talking about, he asked me questions, how I got involved, and I told him about how my neighborhood just loves the lights. And I said about how I actually connected my neighbor's house this year with some Cat 5 and control tables. And I said, my neighbor's involved too. And he's like, "Wait, hold on a second. Did you say your neighbor?" I'm like, "Yeah." Goes, "That's a great idea for a show." So I actually gave ABC the idea to do the neighbor show. So this is the first time ever, and they're excited. And that was all because of our conversation and about my passion and get my neighbor involved. So that's kind of where we got, and then went through an extensive interview process, interviews and Skypes with directors and cast team and everything else. And finally, we got a call in August saying we made the show. So they came October 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th. They came for those 4 days. The challenging part is, if you know Florida, the weather's really warm here. And from the weather, we had the hurricane. So we found out August 8th that we made the show. We started August 10th setting up our lights. So we spent hours and days in the hot sun, 100 degrees, putting lights up just to get to September and take them all down. We would take everything back down because of the hurricane. Had to pack it all up and board our windows up and shutter everything down. And then we had such a short time frame, so we really had to rush. There was 15, 17-hour days. I was up to 4 or 5 in the morning trying to get done because they came early October to record, so that was definitely a challenge. We're on the 8 o'clock episode, and there's actually 4 total teams, so it's a neighbors show. We're on the episode special, and so there'll be me and my neighbor versus 3 other families. And what you'll see from our show is just a total synchronization. A lot of things they look at is use of lights is definitely a win for us because I have all LED lights. I like the new modern kind of vibrant colors. My neighbor is more into the traditional kind of Christmas, so he has all of the incandescent lights. So in the middle of our properties, we actually color mix. It's a very challenging thing to do to have LED and incandescent lights. So we actually mixed it in the middle using some LEDs and incandescent to kind of mix our properties together. Everything's all controlled. It looks like one big show. And then Christmas Spirit, we're in our Christmas suits, and we actually had the biggest crowd ever turn up for our lighting event. There's actually about 280 people outside, so the judges were amazed by how many people showed up. So we'll have a winner tonight. We'll know at 8 o'clock. We can't say anything, of course. You have to be continued to watch the show, but there'll be a trophy presentation, and someone's take $50,000 home tonight.
Thank you to Sam Lassant Jr. for conducting that interview. Michael and his neighbor used 750,000 lights, 36 controllers, and hundreds of hours preparing for the 4-day shoot with ABC that culminates tonight at 8 p.m. Good luck, Michael. We're rooting for you.